Hello and welcome. Today we will be talking about what is a PIR sensor, how to connect one to an Arduino board, and explain the code used. A PIR sensor, also known as a passive infrared sensor, is an electronic device that can detect motion or changes in the infrared radiation emitted by objects within its detection range. It is called passive because it does not emit any radiation of its own. Instead, it senses the infrared radiation emitted by objects in its vicinity. The PIR sensor consists of a pyroelectric sensor, which is capable of detecting changes in temperature. The sensor has two slots or segments that divide its field of view into two parts. As an object moves across these slots, it causes changes in the amount of infrared radiation each segment receives, resulting in a differential output. This output is then used to trigger a response, such as activating a light, an alarm, or any other electronic circuit. PIR sensors are commonly used in various applications, including security systems, automatic lighting control, motion-activated cameras, and smart home devices. Their effectiveness, low cost, and simple interface make them popular for motion detection applications. Connect the VCC pin of the PIR sensor to the 5V pin on the Arduino Uno. Connect the ground pin of the PIR sensor to the GND pin on the Arduino Uno. Connect the out pin of the PIR sensor to digital pin 2 on the Arduino Uno. Connect the anode leg of the LED to digital pin 13 on the Arduino Uno. Connect the cathode leg of the LED to the GND pin on the Arduino Uno via a current limiting resistor. This Arduino code is a simple PIR, passive infrared, sensor tester. It checks for motion detection using the PIR sensor and controls an LED based on the sensor's output. Here's an explanation of the code. Int LED pin equals 13, this line defines an integer variable named LED pin and assigns it the value 13. This constant represents the digital pin on the Arduino board connected to the LED. Int input pin equals 2, this line defines an integer variable named input pin and assigns it the value 2. This constant represents the digital pin on the Arduino board connected to the output of the PIR sensor. Int PIR state equals low, this line defines an integer variable named PIR state and initializes it with low. This variable will keep track of the current motion detection state. Int val equals 0, this line defines an integer variable named val and initializes it with 0. This variable will store the current reading of the PIR sensor. Void setup, this is the setup function, which runs once when the Arduino is powered on or reset. It is used to initialize the board and set up any necessary configurations. Pin mode, LED pin, output, this line sets the pin mode of the LED pin, LED pin, to output, indicating that this pin will be used to send output signals to control the LED. Pin mode, input pin, input, this line sets the pin mode of the PIR sensor pin, input pin, to input, indicating that this pin will be used to read the input state from the PIR sensor. Serial. Begin, 9600. This line initializes the serial communication at a baud rate of 9600. This allows the Arduino to communicate with a connected computer via the serial monitor. Void loop, this is the loop function, which runs repeatedly after the setup function. It controls the behavior of the Arduino board based on user inputs or other conditions. Inside the loop. Val equals digit allRead, input pin, this line reads the input value, motion detection state, from the PIR sensor and stores it in the val variable. If val equals high, this line checks if the PIR sensor output is high, indicating motion detection. Digital write, LED pin, high, if motion is detected, this line turns on the LED by setting the LED pin, LED pin, to high. If PIR state equals low, this line checks if the previous motion state was low, indicating no motion detected. Serial. Println, motion detected, if motion is detected and it's a new detection event, this line prints, motion detected, to the serial monitor. PIR state equals high, this line updates the PIR state variable to high to remember that motion is currently detected. Else, if no motion is detected, the code executes this block. Digital write, LED pin, low, this line turns off the LED by setting the LED pin, LED pin, to low. If PIR state equals high, this line checks if the previous motion state was high, indicating motion was detected before. Serial. Println, motion ended, if motion has ended and it's a new event, this line prints, motion ended, to the serial monitor. PIR state equals low, this line updates the PIR state variable to low to remember that there is no motion currently detected. Thanks for watching.